Let there be light, and there was light. Okay, words of the said God. So I'm continuing this. To know thyself is to die. Okay, so we know about the story, and this is another thing that we have bought so much into the stories. The word door. We have bought into the story, the dramas of the scriptures, and I'm speaking of King James version of the Holy Bible. And of course, all the Bibles have the same stories, I think. But as I continue to say, King James version of the Holy Bible, and intuitively as well, the tarot, the Torah is also a biblical construct. But I'm not going to occupy myself too much with this now. Now, I'm just remembering the stories where God was angry and slay every male, male, sorry, which is 5, 3, 1, 4, and this is 5, 10, 13. 13. This is the number that is the incubator. This is the number that is seen as the God as well. We could say this is God as well. And not to say that we need to remember there is also female, but the female is here. The FE, which is 6, 5, is 11. So this is 2. 2 plus 4 would be 6. So 6, of course, if the female and the male becomes 10. And that is really showing the polarities. 10 would be like this, the male, the female. Okay, so I have put door here because of the story that when they were slaughtering all the male and having the blood, and there was the instruction to put the blood on the door post. So I'm looking at, it's just come to me to do this. There is 9. Let's just see what this comes to. This is 10. This is 25. 2 plus 5 is 7. Okay, so we see 7 here. We could say is representing all of creation. Let's see the doorpost. There were the P-O-S-T. And so to post the doorpost in itself, they will actually say they were dyeing the doors with the blood. Okay, so this is 6 plus 7, 13, plus 3 is 19. So of course 1 plus 9 is 10, and 1 plus 7 is 8. So the doorpost was 8. I just was curious. In fact, I thought I would end up with 3, but we see the doorpost is equals 8. This is again the when Mother Eve ate of the fruit. So we see that meant that was a representation of life and death, another cycle, just like it were Moses or just like it were Abraham. A new cycle was taking place here. But I want to now explore this die again. We've done this before. So it's DYE 4, 7, 5. This is 12 plus 4 is 16. So we have 7. As we did before, we saw the 3 different dies were really 7, 8, 9. These are the numbers we got for the 3 different dies. And perhaps it's no wonder we have grown to be so fearful of death or die, and so we freak out whenever we hear the word and so on. So it makes sense that we really explore this. So as we see, we have 16 here, but it also means that that die is telling us once you have died or you died something in this sense, it becomes one. It is like a unit. There is the the life and death, in the sense, although this is not a die, it is like the spectrum of the word in. It reflects the word in, which is 9 and 5. Adding this together gives us 14, which equals 5. And of course, this is why we are in, at that moment, we are in the new position, we are in here. And in, of course, also means we are going within the third eye. We are going within the eye. Of course, sacrifice has two eyes in it, but this path is taking us to the third eye. It is also telling us about the two eyes that we, of course, have already, that we know, but there is another third eye. Now, the 8 in itself is also the representation that it is a circle, and this circle, we see through this circle. There is an eye here. So, I'm just thinking of what other way that I could put this. Okay. Okay. So I feel that I have perhaps covered the as oh, there's another thing we could say with this. So it comes to 17, of course, one, the one we are talking about, ONE, as in now as well. So this dye is like when you dye something, the color of whatever you dye, or you cover something, but the whatever you dye, if you stain something, for instance, you use that sort of dye, or we dye our hair, we have not exposed, we have covered, but we are now revealing. We are actually revealing even more in a sense, because we are revealing, or even to, or perhaps not, but we are revealing our feeling about our hair when we dye our hair. We are revealing, or someone may not know you have, but we have put it out there. We have exercised it. We have, this is the energy we are displaying, that I'm not very happy with my gray hairs, so I'm going to dye it. So basically, that allows us to go through a cycle, and then it comes back again, and we go through the motion again. Well, you get me. There's 5, 5. So adding this together gives us, this is 1, gives us 7. And this is why this die now also coincides with this other die, because when we do the numerical value for 7, which has Mother Eve in the middle, 1, 5, 4, 5, 5, adding this together gives us 20. So we see, if we were to do 20, actually is what Christ used and said to Peter, Peter, for instance, 7, 5, 2, 5, 9, which is 5, 10, 19, 28. 28 is 10. So Peter, upon Peter, I will build my rock. The word rock is 9, 6, 3, 4, 2, sorry. So this is 15, 20. So 20 gives us 8. So we can see, let's just do it, 20. 20 is 2, but we have seen what 2 is on the sacrifice template, which is very phenomenal, and 20 is 2, 5, 5, 5, 2, 7. 15, this is 26. 2 plus 6 is 8. So it takes us back to this whole cycle of being of God right here. So the die, no matter which die you get, no matter which die we go through, we need to go through the cycle to find God, to find the gods. So this is what helps us to understand the cycles that we go through. So we have 3 dies. I believe this language is really amusing because we have 3 dies. So this is die, this is thy, thy. So this one is 9, this one is 7, no, this one is 8, and die. It's funny that I didn't plan the order that I did them in, and this one is 7. And when we add these together, this gives us 24. Wow. This gives us 24. 2 plus 4 is 6. This is where we realize right here we have 6 here, 6 here, 6 here. But we need to go through the motion of these cycles of the dying. And this 24, for instance, as I say, I equate it to this 7, 8, 9 here, which is the gypsy journey, the headquarters zone, the sea, and the inland revenue, where we pay our dues to the inland revenue. So, but this 3 dies, which is 24, and this is sufficient for Mother Eve to say, "Let there be light," and there was light. Okay, thank you. So I think I have covered the dies, and then we can now really explore the template. I really want to reconnect with the template because there is so much. Thank you. Let there be light, and there was light.